Hey, it's Ninja Boy. Welcome back once again to the judging levels of Vanilla Level Design Contest number 9. So I have completed every single judging of all the levels. So none of them are going to be new to me, but that doesn't mean I'm going to remember every single one of them. So Hotel, I do know this one. This one is actually pretty good. Confusing if I remember right. So this, I want to point out, so later in, or no, not later, at some point, I think it tells you that there's a cave-in or something, but if you come down here, you have a Pidgeot vine going back up, but keep out, lower floors were destroyed after the fire half a century ago. The floor midpoint was destroyed along with it. So I got here, I'm like, oh, I can't go there. And I was big, so it's like I walked against this. I'm like, oh, I can't go. No, you can walk through here. It's just a one tile tall thing. So there is that. And if I remember right, this one wasn't too hard at all, but there's a lot of kind of blind jumps, not fully, but kind of. So it's a little hard to see, kind of like that. You just have to get it perfectly. But it's not bad. Not bad at all. Also, those faces do absolutely nothing to you. They're just there to be spooky. So, I know, at first I was like, oh, I better not touch them. They're probably something bad. But no, they're just there to be spooky. Also, this is a door. So now you're in the second part. Which, that was dumb of me. You run, and then jump. And then you go in here. And you go slow because you can't tell what's going on. But then you get here. This is where the challenge begins. I mean, it's not super challenging, but this is where the challenge is. Also, all of those are the super ceiling, which I did not know you could actually jump on them, but you can. Because I did that while playing it as well. There we go. And it says nice over and over and over and over, which is kind of strange. I think that's coming from the nice bands, from people that kept saying nice over and over, and like it wasn't even saying nice over and over and over. Just people making very, very tiny comments that meant absolutely nothing and were trolling more than anything else. But there we go. Secret exit. That's the secret exit. And then go for the normal exit. So I will say I got utterly confused by this. So I read that one. So if you read it again, lower floors were destroyed after the fire half a century ago. The lower midpoint was destroyed along with it. So, with me thinking, oh, the midpoint, it has something to do with the midpoint. Also, that is a porcupuffer, and I don't like him. He is a jerk. There's a lot of them in this level. The porcupuffers. Yeah, they just kind of float down and are just mean beyond belief. Let's see if I can get that, which I know I can. Why? Why are you here again? Go away, porcupuffer. And that's a swooper, which, you know, I like the idea of the Pidgeot swoopers. But going back to what I was saying about the midway point. So I was like, oh, midway point, that must mean after I get the midway point, I need to go back to the beginning and go and investigate that spot, which was horribly dumb of me to think, but I also want to say it is completely possible to get back. Completely, utterly hard beyond belief, but completely possible to do. Which I did not know the first time I went about playing this level. After I got the midway point, I'm like, oh, that must be it. I must not be able to get back. But then I did get back. Also, these are passable and they confuse me. So, that being said, let us just continue on. These are, I'm not actually sure what they are. They float down, and they're annoying because they hurt you. I didn't realize that at first, especially the ones that floated down, because I was like, oh, hey, they're just like the swooper ones. No, the swooper ones have a yellow nose. Those ones have a red nose. They are at least semi... you can tell them apart a little bit. Let's just get in here. Which that's like, oh, hey, by the way, you can get back up. And this is not exactly the easiest to do. As you can see, it does, come on. If I can do it right, there we go. You can say you don't necessarily have to run up to it. Now this part. This part is actually fairly fun. I always have been a fan of the running up wall mechanic of this game. Yeah, and that's why these things confuse me. At first, with the part with the mushroom, I did it, and I was like, oh, okay, those are non-pass-throughable. But then I got to here, and I'm like, oh, I am very confused. Also, this is not cooperating at all. I did it perfectly fine the first time. Oh well, whatever. I can at least do this. Yeah, I have no idea what this guy is. Maybe it's the piranha plant? Maybe? That's the only thing I can think of. So, that being said, I'm playing bad. And now, yeah, this part, however, this took me a while to figure out. Because you have to jump just at the right time. If you don't, you will get hurt. Also, what's it called? No, go up there. Yeah, if you run on the side of spikes or munchers or whatever, you don't get hurt. Which is odd in of itself, but is true. So let's just go down here and continue upwards. Dodge the porcupuffers. Which, surprisingly, they're fairly easy to dodge. Which I figured they would be a whole lot harder to dodge than they are. But that is the end of the level. Nice. As you can tell, nice is kind of a running thing for some reason. But it is. Anyway, that level is done. This has been Ninja Boy, and I will be back later with more of the judging levels. See ya. Outro that I messed up.